Sahih al-Bukhari 1251. Narrated Abu Huraira. The Prophet said, "No Muslim whose 3 children died will go to the fire except for Allah's oath, i.e. everyone has to pass over the bridge above the lake of fire." Sahih al-Bukhari 1252. Narrated Anas bin Malik. The Prophet passed by a woman who was sitting and weeping beside a grave and said to her, "Fear Allah and be patient." Sahih al-Bukhari 1253. Narrated Matiyah al-Ansariya. Allah's Messenger came to us when his daughter died and said, "Wash her thrice or 5 times or more, if you see it necessary, with water and sidr, and then apply camphor or some camphor at the end, and when you finish, notify me." So when we finished it, we informed him and he gave us his waste sheet and told us to shroud the dead body in it. Sahih al-Bukhari 1254. Narrated Matiyah. Allah's Messenger came to us and we were giving a bath to his dead daughter and said, "Wash her 3, 5 or more times with water and sidr and sprinkle camphor on her at the end, and when you finish, notify me." So when we finished, we informed him and he gave us his waste sheet and told us to shroud her in it. Ayub said that Hafsa narrated to him a narration similar to that of Muhammad, in which it was said that the bath was to be given for an odd number of times, and the numbers 3, 5 or 7 were mentioned. It was also said that they were to start with the right side and with the parts which were washed in ablution, and that Matiyah also mentioned, "We combed her hair and divided them in 3 braids." Sahih al-Bukhari 1255. Narrated Matiyah. Allah's Messenger, concerning his dead daughter's bath, said, "Start with the right side, and the parts which are washed in ablution." Sahih al-Bukhari 1256. Narrated Matiyah. When we washed the deceased daughter of the Prophet, he said to us, while we were washing her, "Start the bath from the right side and from the parts which are washed in ablution." Sahih al-Bukhari 1257. Narrated Matiyah. The daughter of the Prophet expired, and he said to us, "Wash her 3 or 5 times, or more if you see it necessary, and when you finish, notify me." So, when we finished, we informed him and he unfastened his waste sheet and told us to shroud her in it. Sahih al-Bukhari 1258, 1259. Narrated Muhammad. Atiyah said, "One of the daughters of the Prophet died and he came out and said, 'Wash her 3 or 5 times or more, if you think it necessary, with water and sidr, and last of all put camphor, or some camphor, and when you finish, inform me.'" Atiyah added, "When we finished we informed him and he gave us his waste sheet and said, 'Shroud her in it.'" And Atiyah, in another narration, added, "The Prophet said, 'Wash her 3, 5 or 7 times or more, if you think it necessary.'" Hafsa said that Atiyah had also said, "We entwined her hair into 3 braids." Sahih al-Bukhari 1260. Narrated Hafsa bint Sirin. Atiyah said that they had entwined the hair of the daughter of Allah's Messenger in 3 braids. They first undid her hair, washed and then entwined it in 3 braids.